truth is what's in my heart. Simple as that.
What is it?
The truth is, well, what I see before me, how people act, you know, not so much what they say, but what they do. That is the truth.
The truth is doing.
Action.
Action.
Yeah, talk's cheap.
Talk's cheap. And when did you realize that? Like,
well, I keep realizing it. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get fooled, but then it always comes back to people's actions as well as mine. That's what's the truth. That's what's reality.
I see.
Simple as that.
Holland, do you lie a lot?
Only when I'm telling the truth.
What? That's a very unique way of framing it. Okay. What do you mean by that?
Well, you know.
But honestly, like, do you get to lie in your daily
Sometimes,
life?
sometimes I do. I'd be a liar if I said I didn't.
Right.
Okay.
And what causes you?
Probably fear.
Fear.
Yep.
Of what?
Fear of not getting what I want. Fear of what people are going to think of me. Boils down to fear. I think that's why I lie, or that's why everybody lies.
So the things you get after you lie, what are they compared to the things you get if you don't lie?
They are the same things, but the way I attain them make me feel shame a little bit. You know what I mean? Uh-oh,
Like,
my phone's ringing.
It's the feeling, right?
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
I gotta take this.
Sometimes you lie and you don't even know that you're lying.
So you can always go to teaching, right?
I could. I mean,
Like
yeah,
when you're not aware whether it's a lie or not.
So I think I'm probably not going to try.
Right? Or sometimes you forget.
Under part of my degree was to teach me.
That you actually said something that is not true.
Or you forget about what is real. Or sometimes you're not aware of everything that's real. It's just, I just think that's impossible.
Do you observe a lot of people nowadays telling the truth to each other?
I think people lie a lot. They hide the truth maybe. They don't reveal the truth per se.
Would you rather have them say the truth all the time?
I believe the truth. A lot of people hide the truth because they feel it might be ugly or it might hurt somebody. And I believe that whatever your truth is to be true, that is the truth for you. That's what your reality is. That's what you believe to be true.
And it's okay.
I think it's okay. You're not hurting anybody.
I lie all the time.
What causes you?
It depends on the situation. I'm a compulsive liar just because I try to be funny.
You try what?
I try to be funny and I compulsively lie all the time.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, does that improve your quality of life?
To lie?
Yeah,
In the context that I try to be funny, yeah.
it does.
Yeah, because it makes people laugh. I don't lie about the fact that I have cancer or anything. I would never do that.
Right.
That would just be bad.
Hold on, you're joking about that.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I don't have cancer.
Right. Now, the person who's a good liar compared to the one who sucks at lying, who's a stronger individual?
It's all very tricky because I guess to create a facade, I feel like the stronger person might be the one that lies better.
Who's a good liar?
Yeah. Creating a facade to someone is a stronger characteristic, I believe.
Well, I think the truth is something that kind of comes out as you search for it. Once you think you have it, you probably don't.
What is more selfish, being a good liar or truthful person who tells the truth all the time?
More selfish?
Yeah.
Probably being a good liar. Because really you only care about possibly just making people happy all the time. And that is very selfish because you don't want to deal with the pain. And you don't want to let other people in and be that close to you.
Like keeping a distance of some sort?
Yeah.
Do you see a lot of people telling the truth to each other?
Oh, no. No, a lot of people hide it in, especially at work. It's like that they have their business faces on.
Right.
And they...
Business hat. Or
Yes, they say what they think the boss wants to hear all
aye.
the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I work in a very service-oriented industry. and we have customers. And I would say most of the time, when I observe lying, it's to customers.
To customers.
Yes.
It's to sell something.
It's to conceal shortcomings. Not necessarily to sell
fine
something.
Print. Yeah,
yes.
the fine print. I see what you're saying.
Or things that it's not always what the customer wants to hear. Like, say something goes wrong and it is the customer's fault. You don't want to say, well, sir, it's your fault.
Right.
So they lie and soften it.
Right.
And I think
Sugarcoat
that's, yes, they sugarcoat it a lot.
Do you lie in your daily life?
Do I what?
Lie.
Lie? No. No, I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher?
I'm a teacher.
You mean like
School teacher. I teach
School
science.
teacher.
I teach science and math.
so?
I mean, have I lied? Of course, I'm human, but no.
After you became a teacher, you decided not to.
I like to be pretty transparent about things. Someone who strives not to lie, and someone who lies all the time.
Who's stronger?
Oh, the one who strives to not to lie,
Why?
because it's difficult.
It's what?
It's difficult in this life to do that.
Not to lie?
Not to lie. It is
Really?
difficult. In this culture, I think it is. I think American culture is. We're built on lies.
Really?
Yeah. So
Compared to European or any other?
I can't speak for other countries, but
But in America, you observe.
I think we're capitalism is all based on selling things, trying to make things look better than they are, and selling them for cheap, and they fall apart in a day. And yeah, it's all lies.
Thing for you.
There's no such thing as the truth.
Why?
Because, well, something could be true for you. Something could be true for you in one moment, but there's no such thing as reality. Nothing. Everything is your perception, and that changes all the time.
Okay, so you're saying that something that is true to you now may be complete deceit 5-10 minutes later or something, or I'm not following. Like, that's your observation, or is it something you read somewhere in a book or whatever?
That's my observation, but it's also from things I've read, I guess.
I see. Now, do you lie in your life?
Do I lie?
Yes.
Yes. I lie to myself, and I lie to other people.
What causes it?
Sometimes there's cognitive dissonance, like you can't perceive two things at the same time because they contradict each other, even if they are equally true for you at that moment. So you have to kind of lessen the meaning of one thing for you at that time to allow yourself to continue without a lot of anxiety.
This is like science one-on-one.
Yeah, this is heavy.
What have you realized about truth for all these years you've been on this planet?
That religion is bullshit.
Okay, why?
All religions are bullshit. It's all made up. It's all superstition.
It's just superstition?
Yeah.
I see. How did you come to realize that?
Well, I was brought up as a Catholic and very imbued with the religion. But then I didn't like stuff. But I love history, and I've studied history, and everything I've studied in history tells me that all these religions in the world were just kind of made up stuff to help people get through the day.
At what age?
Before there was science and rationalization and stuff.
At what age did you realize that?
Maybe in my early 20s.
Early 20s.
Mm-hmm. And I'm in my 60s now.
I think the person that's good at lying is a stronger individual because they get further.
Who can lie?
Yeah.
They get further?
Yeah. You get far by lying. Everyone does it. The government, everyone you know.
The truth is Cooperation. That's the only way we can survive.
Why?
Because competition only kills people, only makes people lose and starve and whatever. We need to cooperate and make the world work. The world can work if we cooperate.
Do you lie?
I'm sorry?
Do you lie?
Do I lie? No.
Never?
Oh yeah, little white lies. When it doesn't count.
Truth is what I know and what I've experienced. What I can depend on.
Depend on?
Yes.
Is it important?
Truth is important.
Why?
Because without it I feel insecure and unhappy in my life, I think.
Do you observe a lot of people telling the truth nowadays to each other?
I think for the people I like to spend time with, that's a requirement. So I think I experience the truth with the people who are my friends and family who I choose to spend time with. Not so much in the, outside of my circle. I don't feel like I can count on people that way.
So it's mostly the people you know?
Yes.
I see.
Truth is what's solid and dependable and what I can count on.
The truth for me is not being judgmental, is being open-minded and accepting everything that comes to you. It's not just facts, it's just what you believe in. That is, to me, the truth.
Why is that important?
Because I believe it's important to believe what you should believe in, what you want to believe in, not what you should, what you want to believe in. So I feel that's important.
How have you come to this realization that, not to judge and things like that? I mean, if you don't judge, how do you understand things? Or
I observe, and when I take in those observations, I see different, unique people, and from that I learn from them as individuals. I learn from them as individuals. So to me, it's social interaction, and since it's not being judgmental, I feel that it's better just to be open-minded that way.
And do you observe a lot of people tell the truth nowadays to each other?
Not really. I feel like there's not a lot of honesty going around. But then at the same time, I have close friends who I talk to, and I feel that from them, I can be honest with them, and they can be honest with me. Some of them call me therapist.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
I see. And your age is?
18.
18.
The truth can be stretched, sure. The truth can be...
Do you stretch it?
Sometimes, it depends on the situation.
And do you lie in your daily life?
Come on, I'm a man. What's that? What do you think the answer to that is?
You mean women don't lie?
Maybe not as much as men.
Really? Is that a fact or?
Just an observation. I think that when it comes to trying to get into a woman's pants, men lie. So true.
And women know that?
Yeah, probably.
They can sense that. Now, when you lie, what causes it?
Well, if it comes to friends, usually if I think it's in their best interest for me to lie to them, because there's some cases where that can be true, then, I can lie in that regards, or... Shit, I lie to my parents still.
Really?
Oh yeah, of course.
In general, I think people hide what they really think a lot.
Why?
Because they don't want to cause conflict or problems or...
Like in San Francisco, or is it like...
Yeah, I mean, I've lived all over the country, and I've lived in Italy, and I've traveled a lot. People are pretty much the same everywhere. Like, maybe there's different cultural or religious things holding them back from being who they really are, but underneath, I think everyone's just like trying to figure out who they are and trying to be honestly themselves instead of just going with it, and
Of all these years you've been on this planet, right? What have you realized about truth for yourself?
The only thing that's perfect on the planet is the only thing I know is truly true. The only thing I've seen perfect, and what I mean by that is just, well, perfect, is in nature.
Nature?
Yeah.
So the truth is nature in your perception?
I guess, yeah. The nature of man, the nature of the planet. I mean, you can defy it as much as you want, but...
Something that's natural.
Something, I guess, yeah, that's natural.
And what is absolute truth? One unique truth for all the people of the world.
You're gonna die.
Death?
Yeah, death is the absolute truth.
Do you observe a lot of people telling the truth nowadays to each other? What causes it?
Discomfort. People would rather feel comfortable than uncomfortable. So if they have to lie, then it'll make them comfortable because they will save someone's feelings or save their job.
What is the truth for you?
I'm still searching.
You're searching for it? Why? Why is that important?
Because I'm looking for meaning in what I do, and I want to make sure that at the end of my life that what I've done matters.
And why is that important? Like, you know, after you're gone, the end of your life, you said, not during your life.
Well, I want to, because
why is the end more important than...
The current is more important, but I want to make sure that I'm searching towards something worthwhile.
Do you want to be important?
Not necessarily important to the big picture, but I want it to be important to me, that I feel as if what I'm doing matters.
We are beautiful because we are dying. I think that's an absolute truth.
The truth with a capital T?
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you, I don't believe in truth with a capital T. I don't think that there is an absolute truth. I think that all things are relative and it's all a matter of perspective. And everyone has such a subjective view about what truth is that everyone essentially is wrong because everyone just disagrees. So I guess what I would say is that whatever makes the most sense to you and whatever works within both your intellectual and moral structure is your personal truth. And that is the most absolute thing. That is the most universal idea that it isn't universal.
I see. Do you lie?
Do I lie?
Yes.
All the time. All the time, whenever I get a chance. I'm an actor.
Oh,
but I have no moral compunction about lying, except to close friends.
Actors strive towards lying to portray someone else.
Sure, and along with acting, it's the best lies are when you believe it. So in that sense, it's similar to acting, but I lie whenever I think it's necessary.
Okay. Now, if everyone told the truth to each other all the time, what would happen?
I think, boy, I'm not exactly sure, except that I can't see society working very well. Because I think we need lies in order to maintain some sort of structure. And if only down to the fact that we maintain friendships a lot of the time through tiny little white lies, and if you completely got rid of all of that, then no one would really like each other.
Can you maintain trust through lies?
Not if, it depends. If you're looking to really like a sort of deep, devoted kind of trust, then you would have to not lie about big things, yeah. However, we do kind of trust that we're going to lie about little things to each other, and that we're not going to just tell the truth about every little thing, because we can't get through the day if we do that. And so I think even in like a committed relationship, when you know where the big things you're going to tell the truth about, you also sort of have faith that the person is going to lie to you when you need to be lied to a little bit.
It's like mutual comprehension.
Yeah. Yeah, and like an understanding of it's sometimes the understanding of each other's needs outweighs the necessity for the big truth.
It's something selfish. Would you
To
not
tell the
agree?
truth?
No, not to tell the truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's totally something selfish. Well, yeah. I mean, I think that I think that there are probably circumstances in which it's not, but it all eventually comes back to you. Yeah.
There's so many different levels of truth. So like there are people who lie to themselves. We all lie to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So in reality, well, what depends on what you depict as reality, but you can only be as honest as you are with yourself. And the lies that you hold for yourself, you aren't aware of. So yeah, I do lie, but they're the lies that I'm unaware of. And but I don't lie on purpose unless it's for a good cause. Well, I guess I don't really think lying or being honest has anything to do with strength. I think those are just perhaps situational. It depends, perhaps.
Strength as far as individual strength. You say.
Right.
Yeah.
Individual strength. Like someone, you might have to lie a lot to like, if you're in like a life or death kind of situation, and that probably would make you a stronger individual because you might live longer.
Right.
Right? It just depends on environment. Like lying isn't necessarily bad or wrong or
So it's
good
like
or
two sides of a coin, right?
yeah, and they're both true. They're both reality. They're both necessary. It's just a matter of choosing wisely and the best way of doing it for your own sake and the sake of the collective community.
The truth is happiness and love around the world.
Why?
Because we need that, man. Humans need a hug. I mean, even the bad guys, they're all good because we're all little kids inside. And that little kid needs a hug.
Okay. Now, are you searching for truth, Rick?
No, it comes to me.
It just comes
well,
to you?
I got mugged 3 months ago.
Okay.
And ever since that happened, I'm a nicer person.
What do you mean? Like you got mugged and then you became a nice person?
Well, no, I didn't love myself back then, but now I do because...
Is it important?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you have to love yourself before you can love anything else.
The person who tells the truth all the time compared to the person who can lie. Who is a stronger individual?
Well, who tells the truth is stronger, but they're boring.
Boring?
Boring. Because with their friends, they have to lie for fun. You know, and have a good time lying, telling a joke or something. And if you take yourself too serious, then it's not good.
It's not good for
anything. You gotta look at the world with a raised eyebrow and go,
with a wonder.
Yeah. And you gotta have a sense of humor. It's very important. If you don't have a sense of humor, then forget it. You know.
The medium is the message.
The medium?
The medium is the message. That's the truth.
The medium is the message.
The medium is the message.
Who is the messenger?
The medium is both the storyteller and the story.
Why?
Why? That's because that is the next phase of meaning in our society is learning to appreciate the fact that the medium is also the message. So the film that you're about to make is going to convey something that you've set up in your mind, but also something that happens in the moment, like the moment right now, like this. I mean, that wasn't part of your script, but that's what happened. So the film that you put together is going to be part reality, part construct in your mind, and you're going to try to assemble it in the edit room. And I don't know what's going to come out of it, but probably a film. Or you may just give up on it altogether and this moment will never be shared with anyone else. But the truth of the matter is that that whatever film you put out is part your mentality and part the real world, but both of them are equally significant, and they're mutually informing one another. It's kind of a mutual dance, mutual relationship, and your film will go out there in reality and change other people's realities. So, hence...
The frame is kind of hard on my neck, but okay, so...
Hence...
The following question. Do you lie in your daily life?
Do I lie? Yes.
What causes you?
Well, laziness, convenience. I lie because...
It's not an advantage to lie?
Usually, yeah. Usually when I lie, it's because there's an advantage to be had. But usually it's out of convenience. It's usually white lies, little things that I lie about because I don't feel like telling the full story. But I also lie because I think that fact is a dubious idea because we're all experiencing a single perspective. So if I told you that my name was Sarah and all night you referred to me as Sarah and I answered to it, then my name was Sarah. For you, for the rest of your life, you'll think that, oh, that girl in the green shirt, her name was Sarah. So I lie because it's kind of like playing with the fabric of reality, playing with truth and fact.
It's okay to lie.
Oh yes. Yes, it's okay to lie because now, I don't know, you caught me at an interesting time. I just read a book that really influenced me, but...
What's the name?
The Master and Margarita by Bulgakov.
Yes, Russian.
Huh?
It's a Russian.
Russian, yeah.
You're not of Russian descent. Okay, go on.
I love the song. That's true. But, okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, lies and truth.
Right, you're saying it's okay to lie.
I think lies can hurt people, but but in general, it's not a moral or an immoral thing to lie or not lie. I don't think it's a matter of morality. It's a matter of whether it hurts people or not. In general, I think truth is in service to less harm, like the world being a better place. I generally think truth is more in service to that. But occasionally a lie is I think meant to draw our attention to the fact that we never have full perspective on world events. Everyone's lying to us all the time. Corporations lie to us, governments lie to us.
What is the truth for you?
It's what's apparent.
Apparent?
Yeah. I guess what do you observe to be confined within a set of rules? That is the truth for me.
Do you lie in your daily life?
Yes.
What causes you?
You want people to think certain things or not know certain things about yourself.
Is that like for privacy reasons or something?
For privacy reasons or for reasons of power, in relationships.
So the person who is good liar is more powerful than the one who aspires towards truth or cannot lie or afraid of lying?
Not necessarily. Some people find truthfulness to be disarming, and that can help advance relationships, but for the most part, full disclosure, I think early on is not something that really makes things on an even keel.
One unique truth, it's beyond words, so trying to answer that in words would be, that would be a lie if I attempted to do so. Capture the truth in words. If I claim to be able to capture the truth in words, then I would be lying.
Truth? There is one truth. I think there is an answer on how to live a life happily, and there is a way, or There is a way, and maybe there are multiple ways, but I think they all lead to one, which is, you know, how to be happy all the time.
Thank you. How to be happy all the time?
Yeah.
Is it important?
It is very important.
Why? Why did you decide that?
It's because it feels right when you're happy. That's what you want to be. I think every human being is striving towards being happy
all the time.
Yeah. All actions human being takes are trying to, you know, make them happy somehow. And, you know, this is what I've learned recently. I've been doing a lot of meditation and yoga and pondering about my life.
What is the truth for you?
What I feel.
Why?
Why?
Why have you decided that to be the truth?
It's the only thing I can be sure of.
The feeling.
At any given time is what I'm feeling.
Never a thought.
My thoughts change much faster than my feelings.
So the thought is always more deceitful than...
Thoughts are corruptible and feelings are absolute. And, well, feelings aren't absolutely absolute, but they're not as mistakable. I feel like thoughts are secondary.
Do you believe that feeling is more important for female creatures than male?
I think everybody needs to know how to feel.
To know how to feel?
Yeah.
Have humans forgotten lately?
I didn't know how for a long time. I didn't know what I was feeling.
Who taught you or what?
Frankly, doing yoga and smoking marijuana really opened my eyes to my own feelings.
Is it the combination or just one of them at a time?
They both complement each other. I think a good liar is stronger.
How is he stronger, he or she?
They are able to maintain multiple realities. It requires a more powerful intellect.
Intellect.
Mm-hmm.
Would life be
or
more...
acting skills.
Would
and
life...
consistency. Being able to maintain an act.
And memorize it.
Right.
Keep the memory alive, right?
I'm not a good liar.
Do you think...
For that reason.
Do you think a good liar is a more free individual than the one who tells the truth all the time?
Well, that depends on your definition of free.
Free in your mind. Where you, I don't know, can be spontaneous, or I don't know. What's your take on it?
I think it depends on how much you enjoy what you're doing. If you're a good liar and you enjoy it, then you're probably more free. If you're a good liar and you get wrapped up in guilt about it, then you're not free.
I would say living your life authentically and doing what you were meant to do.
Why?
Why
is that important?
Why is that important? Because you have to do what feeds your soul.
You have to what?
You have to do what feeds your soul.
What feeds your soul?
What feeds your soul, yeah.
Oh, this is a first. What do you mean feeds your soul?
I mean, like what you're what you're passionate about, and what the reason you wake up in the morning.
The truth for me, I'm constantly searching.
Why?
Because the truth always changes.
But why are you searching?
Because I want to know the truth. I want to get to the end, and I want to say that even if I haven't found the exact truth, that I found something that means something to me.
Meaningful?
Meaningful.
Is that what you strive for?
Yeah, I do. Fulfillment. The stronger one is the one that tells the truth. The person who lies a lot is probably more powerful.
More powerful?
Yeah, but
not stronger.
Not stronger. Power doesn't last, strength does.
Happiness within myself is the most important thing to me, and of course those that I love, but I think just finding happiness within yourself is why we're all here.
And you can achieve that through truth, you saying?
I think being truthful with yourself leads to self-happiness and self-fulfillment.
What is the truth for you?
Peace.
Why?
Because that's the way I can be a better person in this world.
Through peace.
Through peace.
How would you achieve that?
Peace in myself, and then I can convey it to everybody else in the world.
And like how do you get to that state of mind? Is that a state of mind?
It's a state of mind.
Yeah.
Through meditation.
Medication?
Meditation.
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 I see. Not through medication.
Well, you know.
You don't need a medication, do you?
No, I don't need any medication.
I see. Now, do you lie? Like in your daily life, like every day?
Yeah.
Do you lie, Brett?
Do I lie?
Yeah.
I try not to.
And the times that you do, what causes you?
What causes me to lie? Probably wanting something that I can't have.
So you convince yourself that you should have?
Yeah.
Is it, in most cases, a false desire, or is it like a, you know?
It's definitely mind chatter.
Mind what?
Chatter.
Chatter.
Mind chatter, like it's not really true, it's not the facts, it's what my mind's making up.
Illusionary.
Sort of.
I see. False desire, would you frame it that way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you observe a lot of people nowadays telling the truth to each other?
No.
What causes it?
They're scared.
I mean, like,
They're
has it always been, or is it like just recently started, or?
I think over the last few years.
Few years?
Well, over the last few years for me, I've been seeing it more and more. It's been clearer and clearer.
Like more evident?
Yeah.
And what is absolute truth? One unique truth that applies to everyone in the world.
One truth that's always prevalent?
Like, yeah, the absolute truth. Universal. Death.
Truth. Truth is anything I know in my heart is not false, as far as I can believe that it exists, not because somebody else told me it exists, but because I know myself that it's the truth.
That you like came to this conclusion your own self, right?
Yes, not because it's anybody else's decision or influence on me.
So how do you discern the truth from lies?
I'm pretty psychic, can pick up those things pretty quickly myself, but I try to look at what people do versus what they say.
Oh, okay.
That's a good indicator, I think.
It's the actions before talk.
Definitely.
Now, do you lie?
Probably.
Probably.
A bit. Mostly for work.
You
reasons.
like you don't know whether it's a lie that you're saying, or?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, probably is a lie. If it's not, you know, I don't like to lie, but when I find myself needing to, you know, I try to do it minimally.
It's a strength or a weakness?
I think it's a strength for getting what you want, but I think it doesn't make you look very good because it's really easy to realize. Like people call you out on it, and then what do? You're like, oh yeah, I lied.
Right. It's the trust thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about trust, I guess.
I see. Now, do you observe a lot of people nowadays telling the truth to each other?
It's an interesting mix. I think people tell the truth in situations that maybe they shouldn't, and then lie in situations when they don't have to. Like they say kind of mean things, you know, but it's truthfully mean, but that, you know, lack of tact maybe.
Right. You can hurt someone.
You can hurt somebody with the truth. So I think people like to do that because they're like, well, I'm not lying. That's how it is.
So would you say that the truth and deceit it exists for a purpose, like as far as it's like 50-50 or something, as far as strength, you know, the yin and yang of some sort, you know what I mean?
They would have to balance each other out to some extent. But I think if you look at the grand scale, there's a lot of deceit going on as far as telling people what's good for them. People above us, you know, maybe doctors and big businesses and our governments tell us things are good when they're not. That's our, you know, responsibility to weed through that deceit and find the truth, I guess.
Right. Would you rather be in the world where everyone tells the truth to each other?
That would be nice. I think might take away a lot of creativity.
It would be boring?
I think, you know, without fiction, maybe things are more boring.
I see.
But maybe lying and making things up for creative reasons and entertainment purposes would be a different boat than lying for gain.